Seniors, dangerous tea you should never eat, and the tea you must eat daily. Many believe all teas are inherently healthy, but this perception can be misleading. Currently, a significant number of individuals over 60 are consuming certain teas daily, under the impression they are beneficial for their well-being. Unbeknownst to them, these choices might be silently straining their heart, kidneys, joints, and even their brain. The most concerning aspect is that most people are completely unaware of this hidden impact on their health. What often goes unsaid is how the body changes after the age of 60. The way it processes herbs, caffeine, and various plant compounds shifts considerably. For instance, liver detoxification pathways begin to slow down, blood pressure can become more sensitive, and kidneys may not filter waste as efficiently as they once did. This means a tea that appears harmless or even beneficial can subtly disrupt the body's natural balance. When symptoms eventually surface, they are frequently dismissed as mere signs of normal aging rather than crucial warning signals. Observations have shown that many older adults who maintain healthy diets, stay active, and adhere to medical advice still experience a decline in strength, increased inflammation, or reduced stability over time. Repeatedly, a common, often overlooked habit emerges: the daily consumption of the wrong type of tea, with the associated risks remaining unrecognized. However, there is positive news. Not all teas are detrimental after the age of 60. In fact, certain specific teas, often overlooked in general health discussions, possess the ability to support muscle rebuilding, protect joints, enhance memory, and significantly reduce widespread inflammation by up to 49% when incorporated correctly. This guide will explore 4 teas that older adults should avoid after 60, alongside 4 beneficial teas that should be part of a daily routine to foster strength, balance, and mental clarity from within, all supported by scientific evidence. The following sections will begin by revealing the first tea that could be subtly harming health after 60. Dangerous tea, hibiscus tea. The first tea that older adults should approach with extreme caution often comes as a surprise, as it is widely celebrated for its purported heart-healthy benefits. This is hibiscus tea. With its bright red color and floral aroma, hibiscus tea is commonly marketed as a natural method to lower blood pressure. Many older individuals consume it daily, believing they are actively protecting their cardiovascular health. However, after the age of 60, hibiscus tea can subtly become hazardous, particularly for those who are already on medication. The concern arises because hibiscus contains powerful compounds known as anthocyanins, which function as strong vasodilators, meaning they relax and widen blood vessels. For younger adults, this effect might mildly reduce blood pressure, yet in older adults, especially those already prescribed blood pressure medications, this vasodilation can lead to dangerously low blood pressure, a condition called hypertension. This condition is far more serious than generally understood. Low blood pressure in seniors is not merely about feeling a little lightheaded. It can manifest as sudden dizziness, confusion, blurred vision, weakness in the legs, and even fainting. Such occurrences dramatically elevate the risk of falls, which are a leading cause of hospitalization, disability, and loss of independence among older populations. A clinical study from 2022 highlighted this risk, finding that seniors who consumed hibiscus tea while also taking antihypertensive drugs experienced a 38% higher rate of hypertensive episodes compared to those who avoided the tea. This represents a significant and measurable danger. Some individuals describe experiencing a sensation of the room spinning when standing up from a chair, accompanied by unstable legs and a racing heart despite feeling weak. These symptoms are often mistakenly attributed to normal aging. However, they frequently indicate blood flow instability, potentially triggered by consuming inappropriate teas. The insidious nature of hibiscus tea lies in its initially subtle symptoms. One might not immediately collapse, but rather feel slightly off, experiencing mild morning dizziness, unsteadiness on stairs, or unusual fatigue. Over time, these minor warning signs can escalate into a serious fall with profound, life-altering consequences. Therefore, if you are over 60 and currently taking medication for blood pressure, heart conditions, or fluid balance, daily consumption of hibiscus tea should be avoided. Any onset of lightheadedness, blurry vision, or weakness after drinking it should be regarded as a clear signal from the body. The next section will explore another widely popular tea, often consumed for energy, which conceals a different but equally serious risk. Dangerous tea, yerba mate. Next, consider yerba mate, especially if it's consumed for an energy boost or mental clarity. This tea is frequently lauded as a healthier alternative to coffee, with claims of enhanced alertness, improved focus, and sustained energy without the jitters. Such promises can be particularly attractive to older adults experiencing fatigue or cognitive fog. However, beneath this appealing reputation lies a serious and often overlooked risk, especially pertinent to seniors. The primary concern with yerba mate extends beyond its caffeine content. It also involves its traditional processing and consumption methods. Many commercially available yerba mate products are derived from leaves that have been smoke-dried. This process introduces compounds known as polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, which are the same carcinogenic chemicals found in cigarette smoke and charred meats. Consequently, drinking smoked yerba mate means exposing the digestive tract to substances that can cause cellular damage over time. Numerous studies have established a link between long-term yerba mate consumption and a significantly elevated risk of esophageal, stomach, and lung cancers, particularly in individuals over 60. For instance, one extensive human study revealed that regular yerba mate drinkers faced more than double the risk of esophageal cancer compared to non-drinkers, a finding rooted in real-world data rather than speculation. Furthermore, yerba mate is often consumed at extremely hot temperatures, sometimes close to boiling. Repeated exposure to such hot liquids can damage the lining of the throat and esophagus, leading to chronic inflammation over time. This chronic inflammation is a potent factor in the development of abnormal cell growth and cancer. For older adults whose tissues regenerate more slowly and whose immune systems are less robust, this combination of factors can be particularly perilous. Many older adults report switching from coffee to yerba mate with the intention of making a healthier choice, only to experience acid reflux, throat irritation, stomach discomfort, or unexpected interactions with their medications. This is because yerba mate can also interfere with liver enzymes responsible for metabolizing common drugs, increasing the likelihood of side effects and making medication levels more challenging to regulate. For those over 60, daily consumption of yerba mate, particularly smoked varieties or when consumed very hot, is not a harmless routine. Even occasional use warrants caution. While unsmoked, air-dried versions exist, and allowing the tea to cool can mitigate some risks, the availability of numerous safer alternatives suggests that many older adults would be better off avoiding this particular tea. The next discussion will focus on a tea that is a familiar daily ritual in many homes, yet can subtly contribute to inflammation and weaken the aging body if prepared incorrectly. Dangerous tea. Black tea with milk and sugar. The third tea that older adults should reconsider is one that millions find comforting, familiar, and seemingly harmless: black tea with milk and sugar. For decades, this combination has been a daily ritual in many households, perceived as warm, calming, and a gentler alternative to coffee, even thought to be beneficial for heart health. However, after the age of 60, This blend can insidiously contribute to inflammation, weaken bones, and disrupt blood sugar regulation, often without clear immediate warning signs. The core issue isn't black tea in isolation, but rather its interaction with the aging body, particularly when milk and sugar are added. Black tea contains significant levels of tannins and theaflavins, natural compounds known to bind to minerals within the digestive tract. While this effect is minor in younger adults, it can substantially hinder the absorption of essential nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and iron in older individuals. These minerals are vital for maintaining strong bones, stable muscles, and healthy red blood cells. Over time, this interference with mineral absorption becomes consequential. Studies have indicated that seniors who consume multiple cups of black tea daily may exhibit lower bone mineral density, thereby elevating the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. This means even a minor stumble could result in a serious injury with long-lasting implications. Introducing milk into black tea further exacerbates the situation. Milk contains casein, a protein that binds to the beneficial polyphenols found in black tea. This binding largely neutralizes the tea's antioxidant effects. In essence, the very compounds for which many drink black tea to combat oxidative stress and inflammation are rendered ineffective by the addition of milk. Subsequently, the addition of sugar presents another challenge. As individuals age, their bodies become more sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations. Adding sugar to black tea leads to a rapid surge in glucose and insulin, which promotes chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and vascular damage. Over time, these effects can contribute to escalating joint pain, cognitive fog, persistent fatigue, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Many older adults report feeling more tired after their morning tea than before consuming it, or they notice aching joints, swelling, or inconsistent energy levels throughout the day. These changes are often mistakenly attributed to aging, but they frequently signal a gradual accumulation of metabolic stress. Daily consumption of black tea with milk and sugar creates a detrimental combination of reduced mineral absorption, neutralized antioxidants, and recurrent blood sugar spikes. These effects do not manifest overnight, but develop quietly, cup after cup. For those who enjoy black tea, giving it up entirely may not be necessary. However, it should cease to be a sweet, milky daily habit after 60. Shorter steeping times, omitting sugar, and avoiding consumption with meals can help mitigate some of the negative effects. Nevertheless, many older adults experience a notable improvement in well-being when they completely move away from this combination. The upcoming section will delve into the fourth and arguably most hazardous tea on this list, often marketed as a detoxifying agent, yet capable of severely straining the aging liver. Dangerous tea, green tea extract, detox tea. The fourth and potentially most dangerous tea that older adults should avoid is particularly troubling because it is frequently promoted as healthy, cleansing, and anti-aging. This category includes green tea extracts and various detox tea blends. While natural green tea, when brewed lightly, certainly offers benefits, the danger emerges when it is concentrated into extracts, powders, or specific detox blends targeting older adults. At this point, the product moves beyond being a simple tea and exposes the body to a highly concentrated chemical dose it was not designed to process, especially after the age of 60. The organ most at risk here is the liver. As we age, liver blood flow tends to decrease, and detoxifying enzymes operate more slowly. This makes the aging liver significantly more sensitive to high doses of plant compounds. Green tea extract, for instance, contains exceedingly concentrated levels of EGCG, a potent antioxidant that behaves very differently at high dosages. In small, natural amounts, EGCG aids in combating oxidative stress, However, in the large concentrated doses found in many detox teas, it can paradoxically become a pro-oxidant, meaning it creates oxidative stress rather than reducing it. This directly strains liver cells. Clinical safety reviews have linked green tea extract products to cases of acute liver injury in adults over 60, with some instances necessitating hospitalization. Healthcare professionals have documented sharp elevations in liver enzymes, alongside symptoms such as extreme fatigue, nausea, dark urine, jaundice, and mental fog. These are all indicators of liver distress, not genuine detoxification. A significant part of the danger lies in how these products are marketed. Terms like cleanse, flush, burn, and reset sound very appealing to older individuals seeking to feel lighter, clearer, and more energetic. However, the liver is not a sponge that needs flushing. It is a sophisticated filter, and once damaged, it does not easily recover, particularly later in life. Another critical risk factor is the timing of consumption. Many detox teas are taken on an empty stomach, which dramatically increases the absorption of EGCG and, consequently, the potential for liver toxicity. Older adults often report consuming these teas first thing in the morning, aiming for a clean start, only to experience increased weakness, fatigue, or nausea over time. Therefore, if you are over 60 and regularly consuming any tea marketed as detox, slimming, fat burning, or extract-based, this should be considered a serious red flag. Feeling more exhausted rather than energized is not merely imagined, it is a signal that your liver may be struggling. Natural green tea brewed lightly and consumed occasionally with food is distinct from these concentrated forms. Green tea extract teas, however, should not be a part of a senior's daily routine. Having discussed the 4 teas that can quietly harm health after 60, the focus now shifts to beneficial teas that can help calm inflammation, protect organs, and support strength and clarity as one ages. Having explored the 4 teas that can subtly compromise health after 60, it is now time to consider the beneficial alternatives. Not all teas are detrimental. Indeed, when selected judiciously, the right teas can serve as simple yet powerful daily tools to foster strength, balance, and graceful aging. The discussion will now turn to the first tea older adults should consider incorporating regularly, a tea that, despite its unassuming nature and lack of aggressive marketing, is arguably one of the most nutrient-dense herbal beverages available. Beneficial tea, nettle leaf tea. Nettle leaf tea may not possess a glamorous reputation, but it stands as a quiet powerhouse for adults over 60. Prepared from the leaves of the stinging nettle plant, this tea provides aging bodies with much-needed minerals in a form that is readily absorbable. With age, the body's capacity to absorb crucial nutrients such as magnesium, calcium, potassium, and iron naturally diminishes. While this deficiency may not immediately appear on standard blood tests, its effects manifest in the body as muscle weakness, bone thinning, fatigue, leg cramps, and impaired balance. Nettle leaf tea offers a gentle and natural way to address these challenges. Nettle is notably abundant in magnesium and vitamin K, 2 nutrients strongly associated with muscle preservation and the prevention of falls in older adults. Research indicates that seniors with adequate intake of magnesium and vitamin K tend to maintain better muscle mass and experience fewer falls compared to those who are deficient. Therefore, consuming nettle leaf tea provides not just hydration, but also structural support for muscles and bones. Another significant advantage of nettle leaf tea lies in its positive effects on the kidneys and joints. As kidney function naturally declines with age, waste products like uric acid can accumulate, contributing to joint stiffness, gout flares, and generalized inflammation. Nettle acts as a gentle, potassium-sparing diuretic, assisting the body in flushing out waste without the dehydration or electrolyte loss often associated with synthetic diuretics. Maintaining this balance is particularly vital after 60. Many older individuals report experiencing reduced morning stiffness, fewer leg cramps, and enhanced energy after several weeks of drinking nettle leaf tea. This improvement is not due to a stimulating effect of the tea, but rather because the body is receiving better nourishment. To correctly prepare nettle leaf tea, steep 1 teaspoon of dried nettle leaves in hot water for 5 to 7 minutes, then strain. It is best consumed warm, preferably after meals, to optimize nutrient absorption. It is advisable to avoid drinking it immediately before bed. Those taking blood thinners should consult their healthcare provider due to nettle's vitamin K content. This tea does not impose change on the body. Instead, it provides quiet, consistent, and safe support. The subsequent section will explore another tea that protects the heart, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports the aging brain without caffeine or undue strain. Beneficial tea, rooibos tea. Once teas that strain the body are eliminated and proper nourishment begins, the right choices can lead to significant positive changes. The next tea on this beneficial list is a remarkably safe and comforting option for older adults, yet it remains surprisingly underappreciated in many regions. This is rooibos tea, also known as red bush tea, originating from South Africa. It is entirely caffeine-free, which immediately makes it an excellent choice for individuals over 60. What truly distinguishes rooibos, however, are its internal effects, particularly on the heart, blood sugar system, and the aging brain. As we age, chronic low-grade inflammation emerges as a major contributor to heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. Rooibos is rich in unique antioxidants, notably aspalathin and quercetin, which help to soothe this inflammation without overstimulating the nervous system or placing strain on the liver. Clinical studies have demonstrated that regular consumption of rooibos can contribute to lowering LDL cholesterol, reducing triglycerides, and improving the balance between beneficial and detrimental cholesterol levels. For older adults who are mindful of their heart health, especially those with a family history of cardiovascular disease, this gentle support can make a meaningful difference over time. Rooibos also plays a valuable role in regulating blood sugar, a system that can become more delicate after 60. The antioxidant aspalathin has been shown to enhance how muscle cells utilize glucose, thereby helping to prevent sharp spikes and subsequent crashes in blood sugar levels. Many older individuals observe more consistent energy throughout the day and fewer cravings when rooibos is integrated into their routine. Another less commonly anticipated benefit of rooibos is its positive impact on the brain. Rooibos contains compounds that assist in reducing inflammation in brain regions crucial for memory and focus. Older adults frequently describe feeling clearer and more mentally balanced, experiencing a sense of calm and steadiness rather than being wired or overstimulated. Preparing rooibos tea is straightforward and adaptable. Steep 1 teaspoon of loose rooibos or 1 tea bag in freshly boiled water for a minimum of 6 minutes. Unlike some other teas, rooibos does not become bitter with longer steeping. In fact, extended steeping enhances its antioxidant content. It can be enjoyed hot or cold, in the morning or evening. If a subtle flavor enhancement is desired, avoid sugar and instead add a slice of orange or a cinnamon stick, which will enrich the taste without negatively impacting blood sugar. Since it contains no caffeine, rooibos will not disrupt sleep, making it an ideal tea for seniors who experience challenges with nighttime rest. The next section will explore a tea many already have in their kitchen, one that supports digestion, breathing, and even mental clarity when properly utilized. Beneficial tea, peppermint tea. The third tea that older adults over 60 should seriously consider incorporating into their daily routine is peppermint tea. This tea is often overlooked due to its apparent simplicity, yet it offers remarkable comprehensive support for the aging body, particularly for digestion, respiration, muscle relaxation, and mental clarity. Unlike many other herbal teas, peppermint acts quickly and gently, without overstimulating the heart or liver. Digestive discomfort, including bloating, gas, slow digestion, or a feeling of heaviness after meals, is a common complaint among older adults. With age, both stomach acid production and digestive motility naturally decline. Peppermint contains menthol, a compound that relaxes the smooth muscles of the digestive tract and stimulates bile flow. This dual action facilitates more efficient food, movement through the system, and alleviates painful cramping. Clinical research indicates that seniors who regularly consume peppermint tea experience fewer digestive symptoms, such as bloating and constipation, compared to those who drink plain warm water, with relief often noticeable within days. Beyond its digestive benefits, peppermint's menthol also interacts with brain receptors that support focus, alertness, and short-term memory. Older adults frequently describe feeling clearer and more mentally present after drinking peppermint tea. It provides a gentle refreshment rather than a jittery sensation. This can be particularly valuable for seniors who avoid caffeine but still desire mental sharpness throughout the day. Peppermint tea also supports respiratory health, which gains increasing importance with age. Menthol acts as a mild bronchodilator, helping to open airways and improve airflow. Older individuals experiencing mild congestion, seasonal breathing difficulties, or nighttime chest tightness often report easier breathing and more restful sleep when peppermint tea is part of their regimen. Another often underappreciated benefit is muscle relaxation. Peppermint's natural calming effect on smooth muscle can help alleviate tension in the neck, shoulders, and back, and may even reduce tension headaches. This contributes to why many seniors find peppermint tea beneficial as part of an evening wind-down routine. To prepare peppermint tea effectively, use 1 tablespoon of dried peppermint leaves or a high-quality tea bag. Pour boiling water over it, cover the cup, and let it steep for 7 to 10 minutes. Covering the cup is crucial because menthol can evaporate quickly with steam. It is best consumed after meals for digestive support or in the early evening to promote relaxation. Individuals with severe acid reflux should monitor their response, as peppermint can relax the esophageal sphincter in some cases. However, for most older adults, peppermint tea is a safe, soothing, and profoundly supportive beverage. The final section will introduce the most potent tea for daily consumption by seniors, one that targets inflammation at its root and aids in protecting muscles, joints, and memory as we age. Beneficial tea, ginger turmeric tea. The fourth and most potent tea that older adults over 60 should consider drinking regularly is not merely a beverage. For many, it can become a daily healing ritual that supports the body on multiple levels. This is ginger turmeric tea. It distinguishes itself by directly addressing chronic inflammation, which is one of the fundamental causes of age-related decline. After 60, low-grade inflammation quietly accelerates issues like joint pain, muscle loss, brain fog, insulin resistance, and persistent fatigue. Ginger turmeric tea precisely and gently targets this underlying process. Turmeric contains curcumin, a bioactive compound extensively researched for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Ginger, in turn, provides gingerol, which supports circulation, digestion, and nerve signaling. Together, these two ingredients work synergistically to calm inflammatory pathways, often without the side effects commonly associated with long-term medication use. Clinical research has demonstrated that older adults who consistently consume ginger and turmeric experience significant reductions in inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein. For seniors, this often translates to decreased joint stiffness, alleviated arthritis pain, improved mobility, and enhanced energy levels over time. The benefits, however, extend beyond joint health. Curcumin is one of the few natural compounds proven to cross the blood-brain barrier, enabling it to directly support brain tissue. Studies suggest it can lessen oxidative stress in brain areas vital for memory and learning. Many older individuals report feeling more mentally clear, focused, and emotionally balanced after integrating ginger turmeric tea into their routine. Ginger adds another crucial dimension of support through its positive effects on digestion and circulation. As we age, digestive processes often slow down, leading to bloating, reflux, nausea, and suboptimal nutrient absorption. Ginger stimulates gastric motility, helping food move efficiently through the digestive tract. Improved digestion, in turn, leads to better nourishment, which translates into stronger muscles and more stable energy. Furthermore, there is growing evidence that curcumin helps protect muscle tissue even during periods of inactivity. For seniors recovering from illness or injury, or simply experiencing reduced physical activity, this support can aid in slowing age-related muscle breakdown. To correctly prepare ginger turmeric tea, bring 2 cups of water to a gentle boil. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger, or thin slices of fresh root. Simmer the mixture for approximately 10 minutes. A small pinch of black pepper should be added to significantly enhance curcumin absorption. If desired, a small amount of raw honey can be stirred in after the tea has cooled slightly. It is best consumed once daily, ideally after lunch or in the early evening. If ginger tends to make you feel alert, it is advisable to avoid drinking it right before bedtime. This tea does not promise instant miracles. Instead, it supports the body in the manner aging bodies need most, consistently, calmly, and from the inside out. For many seniors, when committing to just one daily habit for long-term health, this tea often proves to make the most profound difference. Summary and final thoughts. To conclude, it is crucial to clearly understand the distinctions between teas that may harm and those that genuinely support health, enabling confident and sustainable choices after the age of 60. Among the teas that can subtly work against well-being, hibiscus tea, despite its gentle appearance and heart-friendly reputation, can dangerously lower blood pressure in older adults, especially those on medication. This can lead to dizziness, weakness, blurred vision, and a heightened risk of falls. These symptoms often appear gradually and are mistaken for normal aging when they actually indicate circulatory instability. Yerba mate, often promoted as a natural energy booster, poses a different threat. Its common smoking process introduces carcinogenic compounds, and consuming it very hot repeatedly irritates the throat and esophagus. This combination has been linked to a significantly higher cancer risk, particularly in older adults whose tissues heal slower and immune defenses are weaker. Black tea with milk and sugar, though comforting, becomes a triple burden for aging bodies. Its tannins impede mineral absorption, milk negates antioxidant benefits, and sugar causes recurrent blood glucose spikes. This collectively contributes to weaker bones, increased inflammation, unstable energy, and metabolic stress that accumulates over years. Perhaps most deceptive are green tea extract and detox teas. These concentrated products overwhelm the aging liver with high doses of EGCG, transforming a potentially beneficial compound into a harmful one. Fatigue, nausea, brain fog, and liver strain are not signs of detoxification, but rather warning signals that these aggressive teas are simply too much for seniors. Conversely, 4 teas stand out for their ability to genuinely support healthy aging when properly utilized. Nettle leaf tea acts as a powerful mineral replenisher. It gently supports muscles, bones, kidneys, and overall balance by delivering essential magnesium, calcium, and vitamin K, informs the body can still absorb after 60. It quietly rebuilds without stimulating or straining. Rooibos tea, offers calm, caffeine-free protection for the heart, blood sugar, and brain. Its unique antioxidants reduce inflammation, help maintain healthy cholesterol levels, and stabilize energy without impacting sleep or blood pressure, making it one of the safest daily teas for older adults. Peppermint tea provides support for systems often challenging for older adults: digestion, breathing, tension, and mental clarity. By relaxing smooth muscles and enhancing airflow and gut function, it helps seniors feel lighter, clearer, and more comfortable throughout the day. Finally, ginger turmeric tea harmonizes these benefits by tackling chronic inflammation at its source. It simultaneously supports joints, muscles, digestion, circulation, and brain health. For many seniors, this single daily tea forms the bedrock for feeling steadier, more mobile, and more mentally acute over time. The most crucial insight from this discussion is that tea after 60 is more than just a beverage. It is a daily signal to your body. Some teas convey a detrimental message, fostering stress and imbalance, while others send a beneficial one, promoting calm, repair, and resilience. Healthy aging is less about striving for more and more about making better choices, especially concerning the small, everyday habits that are consistently repeated. Even after 60, the human body remains remarkably responsive to what it receives. It retains its capacity to adapt, protect, and heal. Often, it is the seemingly insignificant daily choices that ultimately yield the most profound long-term differences. Something as routine as the tea consumed each day can either impose additional stress on the heart, liver, and joints, or offer gentle support. By replacing habits that silently work against the body with those that nourish and calm it, individuals gain an invaluable opportunity to feel steadier, clearer, and more self-assured in their physical being. This pursuit is not about reversing age, but about preserving independence, waking with less stiffness, moving with greater confidence, and trusting one's balance. It is about safeguarding one's mind, mobility, and overall quality of life, one mindful choice at a time. The path to change may seem daunting, especially amidst a deluge of often confusing or alarming health advice. Therefore, the encouragement is to start small. It is not necessary to overhaul everything. Simply altering one aspect, one cup, one habit, or cultivating one moment of awareness can reveal the body's enduring capabilities. The information shared aims to help individuals live with greater strength, clarity, and peace as they age. It is never too late to foster better support for your body.